So stupid. What's going on, everyone? Bryan here, and today we're going to talk about how I got a negative Facebook review on my business page. It's true. It happened. So I don't want to make a habit of talking about negative things on my YouTube channel, bringing up things and ranting about them, complaining, anything like that. I really don't, especially when there's so many good, positive things going on in my photography and videography career and my personal life. Like, things are going well, and that's perhaps why I am okay with talking about something maybe a little bit more negative. And I'm not going to be ranting at all in any way and getting mad at this person and airing out my dirty laundry. Ultimately, why I wanted to talk about this was because I do think there were some things that I could do differently, and perhaps you can avoid this. Maybe you can avoid getting a negative review, whereas I did not avoid it. So I want to talk about that today. So let's get into it. So first off, I do video work full-time for a company, so I am working 40 hours a week with video cameras, photography cameras, making content, and it's been great. Over the past year, I've been learning so much and being able to use so many different types of cameras and editing softwares, and I have been getting just a lot better. I've been learning a lot. It's been so exciting and so great. I also shoot weddings on the weekends. I've done so for a few years now. I do a lot of second photography work for some of my friends, and I also just shoot wedding videos here and there for some companies and for myself. So I have a pretty decent portfolio over the past year. At least I think so. So I made a wedding reel from some of my better work over the past year or so with videography. And I actually put that on my YouTube channel. You can go check it out. I can also link it up right here if you want to take a look. If you know anyone looking for a wedding videographer, I'd be happy to help you. So I was pretty proud of that video. So I decided to make a boosted post on Facebook. I was like, hey, I kind of want to throw that out into the world because I'm pretty proud of it, and maybe some people are looking for some last minute videographers. Wedding season is coming up, and just kind of wanted to throw the fishing pole out there, see if I can catch something. So I did that, and I think, I don't know if that's a mistake to do that, but I guess you could say that was my first mistake. Only because I wasn't really prepared with like a response for like, what do I do, once someone does. I don't have that process down perfectly with like the buying process of like after somebody contacts me. I do have contracts, I do have invoices, but I don't really have like the packages all laid out and ready. So that was my mistake number one. But before I move on, let's just look at the interaction that I had, because someone messaged me. I did get some feedback, some positive feedback, and then this was one person that messaged me, and I'm just gonna throw this on the screen for you. So this person messaged me. It was something, a very, very vague question. Looking back at it now, it might be one of those questions that Facebook just kind of auto-populates for you. If that's the case, Facebook, please don't ask such vague questions. So with my sales and marketing background, I ask questions. If you're gonna ask me, tell me more about yourself, I kind of want to know more so what you're looking for, so I don't go ramble on for 20 minutes, because I can do that about something that you're not interested in. So I am trying to narrow down what it is that you're trying to find out about, so I can talk about that. That being said, this was mistake number two though for me, because they asked me a question and I just responded. Now, the first thing that you should be doing with sales is you need to build rapport. And now that could be as simple as just in a message like this saying, hello, thanks for messaging me. Something that's like not just a flat response back to a question. Though there's not necessarily anything wrong with my question, this person obviously took it very negatively. They took it that I was, just not professional. I don't think that warrants a 1-star review, I guess is what I'm thinking, but I do see that point of me not being professional and building any kind of a rapport. So that's something that I hope you can learn from this video. If nothing else, build rapport immediately. It doesn't have to be some overly happy, positive, fake, oh my god, thank you so much for messaging me, oh my blah blah blah. You don't have to be like that. You could just be like, hey, thanks for reaching out. What is it that what is it that you'd like to know more about? I could have used some more, neutral words there that weren't like, just like, what did you want to know? So I get it. That's not how I meant it for it to come across, but obviously this is how that person took it. I do want to say, this person just immediately, not giving me a chance to respond, saying that obviously I'm too busy for them, and that's a red flag. And when you're working with clients, you really need to look for red flags. And I do. And I found one. And it was right there when that person was like, obviously you don't have enough time for, like, okay. You don't want to do business with people that are going to act so, read into things and act so emotionally about things in the way that this person did. Maybe there's people out there that can deal and work with people like that, and more power to them. To be honest, those are probably the people that are doing it full time. Those are the people that care so much about this that they're gonna beat me out of this industry because it's what their life is. It's what they're good at. Because I'm not really a wedding videographer or photographer. I'm kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's not my passion. It's something that I think I'm decent at, and some people are very happy with my work. It's not to say that I shouldn't be doing it, but the reality is I'm not that top tier level of the people that are doing it, that are making $100K a year doing it as their full-time business. It's more of a side thing for me, and for some people that's perfect. They want to hire somebody like me because I'm not going to charge the highest price. I'm not cheap, but I'm not going to charge $5,000 for a video. That's not where I'm at. So there are the right clients out there for me, but that's all kind of a side point. But the point that I really want to make is that that this might not be the right work for me because I'm maybe not naturally good at this. Though I can get better, and I will try to get better. If someone asks me a question, I'm going to build rapport before I respond to them, that's for sure. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. That's that's the thing. It's not the end of the world. For me personally, it's like this is not where I get my bread and butter. It's not my main income. So, it's okay. I'm not super offended. And what I ended up doing, because I couldn't talk to this person because they blocked me immediately, I couldn't respond to them, I just simply took this screenshot and I put it on the review that they left me on Facebook that was a 1-star review. So if people see that I'm not a 5-star photographer or videographer and they go check it out and they see that, and if they see how ridiculous this person is, it may not affect their buying process in any way. They may go, okay, this person's ridiculous, so that's fine. I'm still going to work with Bryan. And maybe it will matter for some people, and if that's the case, that is unfortunate, but that's life. You don't fit with everyone. Not everyone's for you. It's just the way it is. And that's okay. It really is. Because I think, just for me, I think I'm naturally going to be pushed into a direction that's more suited for me, and really, that's businesses. Businesses, if you're a business owner and you ask someone some general question and then they ask you something specific, to narrow it down, like what is it exactly that you're looking for? That kind of a question is actually much more appreciated in a business environment than it is in maybe this environment where someone's shopping around for wedding videographers. So that's naturally where my strengths lie, and I understand that, and maybe that's where your strengths lie too. So just know, you need to kind of find where your niche is, where everything fits for you, because if you're forcing it in something else, this kind of stuff's going to happen. It really will, and you're not going to have the will to overcome it because you're not going to care enough, because it's not the thing that is so passionate for you. But for me, if I'm working with a business, if I'm doing some kind of documentary project and I get some kind of negative feedback, it is not going to stop me. I am not going to care. I'm going to use it as fuel to move on, to get better, and to move forward. And that's what's going to give me an advantage over people in the business environment that maybe wouldn't have that kind of drive to overcome obstacles. So I hope you learned something. I hope you learned that it's okay if you get a bad review. It's not the end of the world, and that not everyone's for everyone. And also build rapport with people when you're starting to deal with anything in business. Build rapport. Even if I am working with a business, I still need to build rapport. That's an important thing. So that's something I'm gonna work on with myself and my business in the future. Please, in the comments, let me know, what are you gonna be working on? Did this video help you? And maybe also share if you had any bad review or experiences like this before with whatever your business is. Please let me know in the comments. Again, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. It really is awesome. I'm a little bit hesitant to celebrate it because my goals and ambitions are so much more than YouTube, frankly. Not that kind of belittles it. basically, I don't measure my success in subscriber count. I measure my success in, am I able to do the things that I want to do, that I love to do. And if this enables me to do the things I love more, then this will be a success. Moving that subscriber. Oh God, I just need to say thank you. Thanks for 100 subscribers. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm bad at taking compliments, I guess. I am bad. I'm bad at it.